Good morning, everybody. Dorothy Morgan here, professional astrologer. We're going to do the Astrodice today. That Mercury message for January 31st, 2022. Doesn't matter when you see this. Whenever this video pops up in your live stream or wherever, this is a message for you right then and there. And if it doesn't resonate, awesome, that's fine too. So balsamic lunar phase is where we're still at. The new moon is not until tonight. If you're on the west coast of the United States, it's tonight, January 31st, but anywhere east coast and further east of that in the world, it is on February 1st. So we're in that balsamic lunar phase. It's such an important time period. It's a time to process and release, especially if you've been dealing with a lot of things over this last month. This time, of course, of month lasts about 2.5 days, maybe 3 days before the new moon. Depends on how fast the moon is moving. That's details you don't need to know about. I like to do this. I get out my mala beads, and hopefully I can only do this for a couple seconds, but it's here on YouTube. It is Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. I have this playing for about a half hour in the morning and at night, and I'll sit with my mala beads, and sometimes it'll just play in the background because it's the remover of obstacles, and that is a perfect thing to be doing this time of year. You don't have to be a practicing Buddhist or Hindu or anything to appreciate the sounds of this, because this will open things up for you and help you to move through them. All right. If you want the link to this, let me know, but I'm only going to do a couple seconds. Let's go. Oh boy. It's the remover of obstacles. I remember when I started doing this decades ago, I wasn't prepared. It's like getting your first attunement in Reiki and you weren't prepared for it. And I mean, how can you be prepared for what you don't know, right? And so this is, I like to do any type of releasing, self-examination, shamanic journeying, chanting, again, the couple days before the new moon, because it can help you. If you do it regularly, it helps you to remove and release the things that may have built up over the month or whatever the time frame is. So I do like to do that. All right. Now, if this is your first time here finding me, I'm Dorothy Morgan. I've been a professional astrologer for over 30 years, but right now, in these couple of weeks, I'm playing with the Astrodice, just giving you a little more insight into who I am, what I do. I'm going to draw a card for us. And I do talk some astrology, but the in-depth astrology that I talk is over on my membership platform on Patreon. You're please welcome to come and support me there. That would be wonderful. All right, let's roll the dice. Now we have, this is so funny. It's been like this lately. I've only been doing this just over a week. The sun in Aquarius in the 12th house. Now the 12th house really will feel a lot like what I just mentioned in that ending phase of the lunar cycle, because the 12th house in astrology is Pisces home, that in Neptune's home, but it's the final zodiac sign of the sun's cycle through the sky. All right. So we're working on that. So the sun in Aquarius right now, it is just about halfway through winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, halfway through summer in the Southern Hemisphere. But that peak doesn't happen until, maybe talk about it next time when I come on, February 3rd at around 5 p.m. is when the sun enters 15 degrees of Aquarius. That's halfway through this season. The 15 degrees of the fixed signs is halfway through that season for all of us. So it's a special time. We're coming up with new moon. We have Imbolc. We have, yes, the new Chinese New Year. It's all fantastic. So February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, are all, and then Mercury stations and goes direct. There's a lot of shifting going on these next couple of days. And so pay attention to what that looks like for you. I'll come back tomorrow and talk about more, whatever happens to show up. So there was the Astrodice, what they told us, the sun in Aquarius. So we're focusing on that right now, no matter what, whether it's the Astrodice or the astrology in the sky. And let's shuffle these cards and see what they have to say for us. And it is about the spirit of water rules. Go over here. Water rules the 12th house, and that is amazing. A couple others too. So get in touch with your feelings, your emotions, and allow things to flow. That's what this has to do with. I'm going to go to the beach soon. We have an astronomical high tide. I'm glad that big storm we had 2 days ago isn't today, because the high tide is 10.5 feet. Very, very high. It's peaking absolutely right now while I'm recording this. And this will be live in less than a half an hour from this recording. So, hey, all right. Dorothy Morgan, astrologer.com. Classes are coming up next week. New classes, come check them out, and come check me out at on my Patreon platform. All those links are below here on YouTube. And I usually have some stuff popping up at the very end of these videos for you. All right. Thank you guys. And I will see you tomorrow, and namaste.